start the podcast with this. A note from our sponsors.
I'm carrying your love with me.
And every day's a dream when I'm carrying you with me.
I'm carrying
Your
you.
love with me.
Her dog's sick.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Welcome to the Bomb Squad podcast, guys. What episode are we on now?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Oh, sorry.
It's very pleasing.
1, 2, 3.
I'm carrying your love with me.
Divine timing.
Episode 1, 2, 3.
I'm carrying your love with me.
Yes. Here we are.
Absolute earworm that's going to be.
You're going to have a long drive home. Oh, wait, home. I'm carrying your love with me. You with a fucking broken neck.
What?
Put the neck brace on.
Thank you for this, by the way.
Yeah, like I'm no stranger to neck injury. Sometimes I have a sore neck, and then I remember I did go through the windscreen of a car one time, and then I go, no wonder it's fucking sore.
Yeah, I got to take this off.
This is the cock pump of the neck. This.
Yeah, it is like a fucking...
I mean, I'm not having a dig, but I'm amazed it goes round. But that's it. There we go. Give that a good pump. And the idea behind that, guys, don't let that annoy you for the next 10 or 15 minutes. But the idea is,
Put this in times 2 speed now.
you will get tired. You get that wanker's cramp.
I don't get that.
I don't get that shit. Well conditioned. For the audio listeners, Aaron's pumping up the neck brace right now. Yeah, but the idea is, it sort of separates all the vertebrae. Gives you a bit of relief on the neck, and then after about 20 minutes, take it off. Feel fucking light as a daisy. As they say, light as a daisy. Man. We're still pumping, guys.
It's queefing me neck out.
There you go. It's starting to get up to the cheeks now.
Jesus Christ.
The facial cheeks. How's that feel now? Tell the listeners what you're feeling.
Yeah, I feel very relaxed.
Yeah, just keep it there. No, the people just using audio won't even know you've got this contraption on.
I feel like it's going to bust.
Me too. Anyway,
There we go.
fresh
John,
on.
how's your week, but
Who cares about my week? I was on a soft play, Hold the Python earlier, but we'll get that later. Tell us about your week. That's all anybody wants to know about. Tell us about your plane ride home, actually, because that's an eventful time.
well, I know, whenever life's going well,
Yeah.
and I don't know if your kind of brain is wired like mine, but when things are going well, my brain goes to when's it's going to take an absolute hard left into a brick wall.
Yeah.
And that happened in the past 24 hours.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Oh, the Lord take away.
The Lord's take away. That'd be a great name for this. The Lord taketh away.
The Lord take
Oh God, he's dying.
battered sausage and chip.
Taketh away. Right.
Set a fin or take it away.
Yep, then or taketh away. Or taketh away, please.
No, yesterday I had a flight, and I'm not going to mention the airline.
Aer Lingus.
I didn't want to publicly trash them, but
No, you should. You should be free flights for life after that. Carry on.
well, it was pretty mad. Now I kind of called you to be like, "Am I out of pocket here or what?" And you were on the phone, and thankfully you validated my feelings where you were like, "I don't even understand what the heck went on there."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Great, me neither." So basically, like, kind of had the flight booked, was at the airport, their like app sort of glitched for like checking in. Then there was delays in the train to get to the airport. Get to the airport with about 50 odd minutes to spare. It's enough time to go through security, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, I need to check in with the front desk.
Yes.
And the girl's like, oh, the Aer Lingus staff have left. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, they're gone. Now it's Norse Airlines. And I was like,
Oh dear.
so how do I, like, can I go through TSA then? Like, I have my flight here. There's the booking reference. There's the number of the plane. JFK to Dublin. It's all right there.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I can't let you through without your QR code. And I was like, oh, surely now, you know, tried everything. No budge. Then another lady was like, that's crazy. She's like, come here, stand at this yellow taxi sign and I will go across TSA and I will get someone from the departure gate to come over and bring you through. Yeah. And I just stood there at that taxi sign for an hour and 50 minutes. Like
an hour and 50?
Yeah.
Oh my days. Like we lost puppy.
And nobody came. So then I rang up and eventually one girl was a great help. I appreciate her. I can't remember her name, what she did. But she was just like, listen, go back in the morning. And she's like, they shouldn't because of this. Yeah. But she goes, they probably will try and hit you with a no-show fee. Yeah. She's like, honestly, just pay it because it'll be cheaper than paying for a new flight. Yeah. So I did.
And here you are.
And then that's only where the hell starts.
Just when you
that's only where the hell starts.
That was the tip of the shitberg for you.
Landing to Dublin. The original flight was supposed to get me there at about 9:30. Perfect time to catch a bus straight to Omagh. I get there. No buses. No works here. The next bus isn't until 7:30, right? Yeah. I'm there at 3:30. And I'm like, man, I've just sat in the airport all day. Yeah. I've just sat on a plane all day. Call me bougie. I just want to go to sleep. So then I started looking up a hotel, like near the airport.
Yes.
€200 for the night.
Maldron?
Yep. Fucking €200 for the night.
Getting the arm in as usual.
And I was like, do you know what? I would pay that because I'm not tired. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, let me try and see here. I see a taxi by itself in the airport car park. Mm-hmm. And I walk up to him and I'm like, are you booked at the minute, mate? And he was like, no, where are you for? And I was like, bit of a random one for you. I'm looking to go to Omagh. Yeah. And he goes, right, okay. He goes, you're throwing your address. And I was like, well, how much are you charging? You know, this isn't a meter running job. Yeah. I'd assume, or it'd be fucking €600. Yeah. So then he goes, well, I'll probably do it for about 300. And I was like, I'll probably leave it then. And he was like, well, how much are you looking to go for?
Euro or the Queen's?
And
sterling.
He goes, Euro. Kings. And then he goes, well, I'll do it for 200. And I still thinking about it. I was like, is this mad? This is kind of mad. And I was like, but you know what? It literally is the best option I have. Uh-huh. So fuck it. Took the taxi. Away I went. Going down Omagh. The guy drives an electric car. Shout out to Fergus, by the way. He said he's going to listen to the pod. Fergus, sent from above, right? But I immediately get back in the diesel, Ferg. Jesus Christ. I've never seen a handling like it.
Back on the red, big man.
Fucking this thing starts to blow out. By the way, when you charge an electric car, first time I've ever seen an electric car get charged, it does look like you're charging the phone. Yeah. Because it pops up the wee battery symbol.
It is just
and
battery,
it goes by percentages.
Yeah.
So
Fergie, he's out the back throwing 2 double A's in the back.
So Fergie stops off Monaghan. Yeah. And we have to drive up to the charging station or whatever. And he goes, no, this is taking forever. He's like, there's a better company. It'll charge far quicker on. And he goes, it'll be worth it to trust me. So we drive down then to another charging station. This is at the Four Seasons in Monaghan. He stops outside it to charge it. The charger's not working. He rings up the company. The doll on the phone can't really help him. She's trying to reset the station or whatever. And eventually he gets it working. How long was he on the phone there for before the car started charging now? If you guessed 50 minutes, you'd be correct.
Everything's fucking an hour and 50 minutes for you.
So then he gets off the phone. Now this did make me giggle. He's like, sorry about that, Aaron. Because he was polite but sharp. Yeah. Which will get your mind more than someone who's just losing their rag. Yeah. And so he gets back in the car and he goes, Aaron, honest to God, thank God you were there, guy, because if you weren't there, I'd have caused a real fucking ruckus.
Oh, God.
Thank Ferg. The fucking ruckus.
The motherfucking ruckus I'd have kicked off.
By this electric car.
Better protect your neck, man. That fucking Tesla. Fuck.
Protect your neck when you're drying your hair.
36 chambers in Monaghan. Heard of it? That's I didn't know if you had an electric car, you had the same chip you'd have with a phone where you're like, do you have a fucking USB-C to fucking Tesla?
Literally. Nah, you only get to see in Four Seasons.
I've only the US adapter for fuck's sake. As in the Four Seasons one's got a pint, it was fully salty like seawater. Side note. So there we go. And that's payback for the week.
Oh, death for a week
of absolute AI generated, barely believable stuff.
Yeah.
Take the floor.
I don't even know where to begin because it started off where it was like,
I get sent pictures, people going, that's not real.
yeah.
And I went, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is.
Well, I rang you straight away.
I love the bullshit. People will be like, no, McCann and Clipse be tight now. McCann, Clipse, Chappelle, mates this long time.
Sure, Clipse done St. Joseph's Hall when Lord Wallen came out.
There was only 2 of them in the hall. Aaron and his man. That was it.
Before I get to it, I do want to say, coming in from the taxi in this state of delirium,
Yeah.
right? Absolutely, like, craziest travel day. I could have went to Australia, you know?
Yeah.
I could have went to Australia, and I get home, and my man's there, and straight into it, you know, just 0 sense of like, oh, he's probably fucked, he's probably shy, he's probably looking to go to his bed. She goes, I come here, I have a new show now in the cards. And I was like, what bullshit are you watching now? And she goes, well, it was a fucking disgrace, is what it was. There's a show on and it's about these people with wild, weird addictions.
Yeah.
You know? Weird addictions. And there was a fella and a girl.
Like vaping.
There's a fella and a girl. And they drank pish. And the 2 of them, she was drinking his pish and he was drinking her pish, and they had these pink tumblers of pish right beside the bed, drinking away at the pish. And I says to myself, what sort of dirty, rotten bastards is operating these days anyway?
As if your man would be like, hey, what fucking adults drinking out of a pink tumbler in their own house? Get a nice fluted glass.
There's something about pink tumbler of pish. Just even in my state, I just couldn't help but laugh at her.
Oh, your man's like Lil Wayne, just dropping absolute pink tumbler of pish. Is that
Weezy
show?
F baby and the F was for fun.
Is that the fucking that's that same show like me and McCartney were watching, where the girls eating or drinking petrol and all that shit? Is that what that is?
I think it sounds like, you know, it does sound like a TLC show. I think I've seen in reels before where it's like strange obsessions, whatever. I assume she has watched Little People Big World and then just let the tape play. And whatever the fuck they're throwing at her, she's watching it.
If you like this, you're gonna love this.
Yeah. You know, my ma obviously from a generation didn't scroll.
Yeah.
You know, we're so used to now that if something doesn't grab your attention within 2 seconds, you flick on to the next thing. She will watch a full documentary about people drinking pish just because she's like, well, there's nothing else on. It's either this or the news.
Well, whoever's in charge thought this was a good idea. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I love those TLC things. You just scroll onto it and it'll be like, there's some black girl just being like, I eat about 6 or 7 toilet papers a day.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
What was that? Was that TLC, the one where it was like my 600 pound life, and the girl was like,
Anything.
I take this as a little night snack.
and it's like a full tray of lasagna. She brings to the bed, and I'm like, I'm a fat bastard. Even I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't dream of having a full lasagna tray in the bed. Eating lasagna horizontal.
It'd be nice and warm though, wouldn't it? Where you had the tray, you'd be like, oh. I was scared to start in my kitchen today because Maureen was making a bolognese.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to smell like fucking bolognese now.
No,
I had to
messy
run
too.
through the kitchen like it was a gas leak.
That mince water just fucking go
Mince
forever.
water. Tell me about going to Dave Chappelle's house now. Tell me all about it.
So basically it starts off,
Before I bust.
Clipse had released their album. Obviously love the Clipse. First album in 15 years. Absolutely fucking loved it. Couldn't wait till the tour started. Then, before the tour starts out next week. And then, literally, I think it was the Monday, they announced that they're doing Dave Chappelle's Comedy Club in Yellow Springs, Ohio. So I was like, well, I've really wanted to go to Chappelle's Club. Was kind of waiting for, you know, I've tried to get tickets for fucking ages to any of the shows. Never any joy. And then I was like, well, if there's a show I really, really want to go to, it's this one. See them live in this real small comedy club. So then I was like, all right, I'll try and get tickets. I've never had like an Oasis or a Taylor Swift type ticket scenario where it's like, if you're not there on the dot, these are going to go. I've never had that anticipation of like waiting at Ticketmaster, being in the queue, and then fucking adding things.
Because you have an unbelievable knack of going like, I'm going to this concert, and you don't have tickets, and I'm like, it's sold out, and you'd be like, don't worry about it.
You usually find them on Twitter.
Don't worry about it.
But with something like this, I was like, there's no hope people are going to resell, and if they do resell, it's going to be an absolute fortune. Like I'm not paying it. So then I was like, okay, I'll give it a go.
What's capacity?
So the capacity of that club is like 250 standing.
Right.
Seated is 140.
Okay.
Right. And so I'm in the queue and there's 300 in front of me. And I'm like, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm totally fucked.
Yeah.
And then I stay in the queue anyway. And then I have to go into town. So I'm like literally waiting until the thing goes down so I can enter in my info. I get to the ticket page. It says Clipse, whatever. It was like general admission tickets sold out. Clipse something tickets, password protected. And I was like, what the fuck is this password? So I started guessing all the stuff, you know what I mean? Tried album names, tried fucking whatever. Nothing, right? And then I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake anyway. And then eventually I'm like walking to the train. And as I'm walking to the train, I'm like using ChatGPT to try and find the passcode, like fucking any way I can. Go on Facebook. There's a Dave Chappelle and Friends Yellow Springs Facebook group where all the locals are talking about the shows and ticket threads and all this here. Go in there. Someone posted the passcode. Passcode was Springs. I was like, for the love of fuck, how did I not take a whack at that? So I go back on the thing to buy the tickets, type in Springs, tickets are gone.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely fuming. I'm like, well, fuck it. I tried, whatever. I get in the train and I don't get signal until I'm at a stop. So in between stops, I'm just sort of like refreshing. Train stops at Queensborough Plaza. There's tickets pop up. I, as fast as I can, go Springs, add to the thing, buy. Literally just as the train was about to pull in and lose signal, 2 tickets secured. Right? So I'm like, can't wait to phone Liam, tell him that I got these. We both tried. He didn't get it. I even got Colin, the flatmate, to fucking try and work for me. He didn't get it. And I got them by just refreshing. Get the tickets. We're fucking excited. We have no idea how we're getting to Yellow Springs, Ohio. It's in the fucking middle of nowhere, right? So our best option was to fly into Columbus. It's an hour from Yellow Springs. And then we would just get an Uber, fucking take the hit and like split an Uber down to the hotel, whatever, right? So Liam sorts the hotel. The night before is Michael Coleman's birthday. And you know, he's a very close friend of mine. I can't miss it. So I go to his house party and I'm trying to keep it civil, have a few White Claws. My flight to Columbus is at 8:30 in the morning, right? God. Now, we know what happened with Camp Flogna last year. Nicholas called me a stupid fat bastard, right? So he calls me and he goes, what, you're gonna have to go home early from that party? And I was like, I'll play it by ear. I'll see what happens, right? And he goes, I'm ringing you at 6 in the dot. Get up and get to that airport. He's like, if you miss this, you'll fucking regret it for the rest of your life. And I'm like, I know, it'll be grand. Go to Michael's house.
You can't be hungover to be going to get pished again.
So then I'm drinking whatever. And then I get back to the house, 5:15. And I know Nicholas is calling me at 6, right? And so I literally go to sleep for 45 minutes.
Oh God. Right.
He calls me. And he knows rightly from my eyes. And literally, I wake up to the FaceTime. I answer it. And he goes, I fucking knew it, you stupid fat bastard. He's like, what time did you get home at? And I goes, about 5:15. And he goes, you slept for 45 minutes? He goes, get up get up right now. And I was like, I'm getting up, get up now. Get up now. Don't put your eyelids down again. You'll go to sleep. So then I'm like, right, I get up, I get vertical. I hop in the shower, right? And I order the Uber to the airport, fly to Columbus, literally teleported to Columbus. The second
blackout,
my pasty hole touched that set out.
Nice.
And I woke up and I was on the runway.
How long's the flight?
I slept that hard, an hour and a half. I slept that hard. Slept that hard. I missed the landing. I didn't even wake during the landing.
That's impressive.
Right? So much so
could have crashed and died.
That when I woke up, it was me and the wheelchair access passengers. The ones that needed the wheelchairs to come in. And the stewardess was behind me and he goes, you alright, buddy? And I was like, you know the way you just wake up and you're so delirious and you see everyone's gone. I was like, I'm so sorry. He goes, no, it's fine. Just get the fuck out of here. So I get off the plane, meet Liam at the hotel that he stayed in the night before. He did a couple of shows in Columbus the night before.
Nice.
We then Uber from the hotel in Columbus to Yellow Springs. We're about 5 minutes into said journey. Now, Cypher Sounds, shout out to him, Dave Chappelle's like DJ, also started doing stand-up while he was doing DJing for Chappelle. Now opens for Chappelle on his stand-up tours. Right? So Cypher calls Liam when we're 5 minutes into the drive and goes, "Yo, Liam, you and your boy land yet?" And Liam's like, yeah, we just ordered an Uber. We're 5 minutes into the journey. And he's like, oh, no, fuck that. He's like, cancel it. But we literally were on the road, like.
Yeah.
So then Liam was like, oh, fuck, what do I do? And I was like, change the location to a coffee shop and we'll meet him at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
So we go to this coffee shop and the Uber driver, by the way, this made me laugh. He was like, he was saying, oh, no, I'll just drive you. And we're like, no, we don't need it. We have a friend getting us. It's all good. And he goes, the coffee shop you're going to, it's not a good area, bad area. And as he's saying this, we're about 2 minutes away from it, and there's a big, beautiful blue house, and this clearly lesbian cutie is watering her flowers. Right. And I'm like, I've seen rougher.
Yeah, I've seen rougher.
Yeah.
Unless he hates lesbians.
Very rough. So then we drive to the coffee shop, we sit in the coffee shop, boys playing checkers. I was like, it's not exactly the hood, like.
Yeah.
So then Simon picks us up in this white Jeep, and he's got his friend of him, this DJ called J1s, right? So he's there.
That's a cool name.
And we're driving down. I know. It's so shite being white. So we're driving down.
You're going to call these guys Cypher. Have you had coffee at this lesbian spot? Have you had to talk like that?
Well, yeah, because if a white guy was like, oh, I'm Cypher, you'd be like, all right, fuck up.
All right, Brian, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, all right, no bother. But we're driving down anyway, and he drives us to the hotel, and he says, all right, he goes, make sure to keep your phones on you. He's like, I'm going to try and get you guys into the dinner tonight. And I was like, the dinner? And he's like, yeah, just keep your phones on, stay awake, whatever. And Liam goes, you should probably get a nap if you can.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to stay up anyway. He's like, I don't even want to tell you what this is. I've been before. He's like, if I tell you, it builds up too much excitement. Then if it doesn't go through, I'll feel like an asshole. So just go to sleep and hopefully you wake up to the news that we're going, right?
It's Taco Bell.
Yes. So I conk out in the bed. And again, vicious wake up. Liam shaking me, right? And I wake up and he goes, we gotta go. We've got literally 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck, right, okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. So I, again, hop in the shower, wash my bag quick as I can, and then get out, put on my clothes, and then we walk. So Chappelle in Yellow Springs has the comedy club, but he's also bought a house that he just uses to have dinner parties. So
Big flex.
Big flex. We walk to the house, right? Outside the house, there's this like front porch kind of scenario, and Saif is there with J1s, and there's this bench. Liam sits on the right hand side of the bench beside them two. I sit on the left beside this big unit of a man.
Yeah.
Wrapped in chains, smoking a blunt you could have played snooker with it, right? Massive. Getting contact high from the amount of reek coming off this thing, right? I turn around to him and I go, how's it going, man? Aaron, nice to meet you. And he goes, what up, brother Mike? Nice to meet you, man. And I was like, that's fucking Killer Mike from Run the Jewels.
You're joking.
I swear to God, I was like, that's definitely, I'm breathing in Killer Mike's reef smoke right now, right? So then I'm like, do I reference it? Do I say anything? I'm like, no.
That would have done me in.
Yeah.
I would have. I'm a big fan. Yes. I'm a big fan. Michael. I love it.
Can you imagine if you kind of had like a fair idea of what he was, but didn't know exactly, and you're like, oh, fucking Killer Mike. Fucking
Michael. Big fan of the albums.
Killer Mike from Rob the Clips. So that alone did set me off to where I was like, okay, this is obviously gonna be like a crazy event. I've just woken up from like a heavy sleep. I need to like mentally set myself right here. Do you know what I mean? And as I'm thinking that, Chappelle himself walks out to the front.
Yeah. Oh.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking Dave Chappelle, whatever. And then he goes up to Sypha and he high fives him. He's like, Sypha, good to see you, man. And he looks over at Liam and he's like, good to see you, brother. And then Liam goes, oh, this is my friend Aaron. He's a really funny comic from Ireland. And Chappelle looks at me and he puts out his hand and he goes, Ireland, huh? And he just goes, welcome to the promised land, brother. And I was like, there's no way this is actually happening right now. And I'm like, fuck, Mike, that's some reef you've got in you there. Fucking stoned out of McGillis. So then I shake Chappelle's hand, and then in this house, he walks back in, and he has this like massive white speaker, and it's blaring music, but like to the point of discomfort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your ears feel sore
Yeah.
being in this house because the music's so loud. And he goes back in, and he puts on like gospel music. Right? And then he walks back out and he takes a drag of a cigarette. And this is where I really did think I was stoned and where I nearly did freak out. He comes right out again, comes straight to me, gets down in like his honkers, grabs my knee like this and goes, you're about to have a spiritual experience, motherfucker. But he called me the N-word.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Numpty.
I was just like, what is actually happening here, right? So then that happens. We go into the house. Man, Michelin star chefs running about. There's about 3 tables in the house, all set. There's personal bartenders. You walked out to the back, bartender there, make you whatever cocktail, whatever drink you wanted. I was just like, man, this is otherworldly, right? So then we get back to the tables.
Just a quick reminder to get your ass over to patreon.com/the Bomb Squad Pod. It's all over there. We got 2 Ask Me Anything at All's a month. We got 1 episode of the New York tapes where Aaron speaks to a stranger in New York. And then we have the Bog Squad where I talk to another stranger called Mark McCartney. And it's all over there. Is there hundreds of them now?
Hundreds.
Fuck me, there's hundreds of them.
Stuff.
There's hundreds of stuff. There's hundreds of stuff over there. Get on over there. What's the website, Aaron?
Patreon.com/Bomb Squad Pod.
The
The Bomb Squad Pod, sorry. Fuck, 123 episodes. I still can't get that fucking right. Clipse walking.
Yeah.
I am wearing a Clipse t-shirt. Now, thank God I didn't wear the original outfit I was planning. I wore Clipse t-shirt and these trackies. What I was gonna wear if we were just going to the concert was, you know, them Billionaire Boys Club jorts with the dog up against the cock. I was gonna wear that, and I was like, thank God I brought another pair of trousers because I would look like the whitest of all time, right? So,
By the way, I would have been, you know, in like movies when they torture somebody and they like choke them out and let them wake up and choke them out. That'd be me. I would be getting lifted off the floor repeatedly.
Yeah.
And we're like, kill her, Mike. And then I'd wake up on a seat and be like, no, I feel all right. No, is that the clip? Wake up, Dave Chappelle, about to have an experience. I'd be like, oh, fuck her, man.
Jesus Christ.
What did you order at the bar? Did you have to like step up the classiness of the drink?
Well, so
You're like, can I get a vodka and white? And they're like, what?
I was going, Terrence, can I get a red diesel?
Vodka black card, no ice.
So, you any boost? So I like it. Even like retailing now is like a fucking fever dream. So it's like the Clipse walk in and they walk up to everybody in the room. The room, by the way, is mostly like Chappelle's team, Clipse's team, and that's kind of like,
Yeah.
And the Clipse walk up. Chappelle had ordered them a private jet, and he said later in the show, he was like,
I nearly killed the Clipse.
and he goes,
Man, I ordered these guys a private jet. That thing, when they had 10 minutes, they had to land that bitch again. They called me up. I said, you better get that motherfucking plane back in the air, bitch.
and then he goes,
You need a Dave on the phone to Aer Lingus. Get this motherfucker in the air.
Quickly. And I'll have a sky teriyaki.
He just goes,
And he will be vaping. Oh, he will.
he goes, yeah, the first private jet he ordered, they had to take it back down because of the weather conditions. So he ordered another private jet.
And he goes, and I know none of you motherfuckers know this because y'all regular. But this is a serious incident. This is serious money.
And so,
What are you talking?
Clipse walk in and they're shaking hands to everybody. They say hello to everybody. Pusha T comes over to me and I'm like, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck up the dap. You know what I mean? All I can think in my head is the dap.
Man, the dap
The
anxiety.
dap anxiety was fucking, the dap anxiety was so high. And I nailed it. Thank fuck I nailed it. I put everything I had into that one dap. I was actually wrecked after it. Couldn't even talk to him. But I just said to him, I was like, man, he goes, I like the shirt, brother. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. Bror. I was like,
Monk.
I was like, love the album. Fucking great to see the success of it. Can't wait for the show tonight. Kept it short and sweet. He's like, I appreciate that. Then I turned to Malice, and the two of them have this serious, and obviously Chappelle as well. They just have this. People talk about aura.
Yeah.
Their presence in a room is just like, it suffocates the whole place, you know. And then Malice is standing there. And I dap him up too. 2 daps in a row. Nailed it. Couldn't believe it.
2 quality daps.
2 quality daps. If I do say so myself.
Used up all the dap power in them 2 daps.
Watch Mojo's top 10 daps. Easy.
Yeah.
Dap up Malice. And I said to him, man, it's unbelievable. After all amount of time, you're back like you never left. And then I said to him, I was like, you know, I love listening to your guys' music. It's like audio coffee. It just gives you just a real wee boost. And I was like, just fills you up full of confidence, whatever. He turns to Pusha and he goes, I like how this guy talks about our music. And I was like, I'm gonna bust.
I haven't
I
even
came.
started. How long have you got, Mr. Malice?
So then
You're like, I've written a small report, track by track, bar by bar.
full slideshow on the USB there if you want.
Pusha T, if you have a minute here, I've assembled some slides. Take a seat.
That's what I call me. Love Pusha T. So then we sit down and they're serving out the dinner, and man, fucking ribeye steak, like potatoes, man, salmon. First time I've had it warm.
I swear, this
Unbelievable.
This is. By the way, this story is so mental that I'm like, no matter how much it escalates, I'm just like, all right, because it's like absolutely fucking demented. But he rang me. It was like was it 7:30 with me, and I had to like fucking sneak out of bed. I was like, hold on a second here.
Yeah.
And Liam's like fucking, he's done. He's in the other bed in the hotel, and he's like passed out like. Hey, Colin, I can see here, and you're absolutely wired to the moon.
Oh
You're
my
like,
God.
"Sir, salmon! I go in, fucking salmon!" And then you're like right up in the FaceTime, like, it was warm. Fucking warm salmon. Never even had warm salmon. Fucking don't even know if I like it, but I had it anyway.
And then as a bit of banter between me and Liam, you know, first generation Irish American, you know.
Yep.
I turned to the fella that was in the left of me is their stylist, right?
Clipse have a stylist?
Yeah. We were chatting to him. I was chatting to him a wee bit, you know what I mean? I was like,
Any jackets
I
on?
think I could tuck on a t-shirt and it would look all right. But I turned to him and I was like, I knew Liam was an earshot. I just goes, Marcus, do me a favour and pass the spuds, would you?
Yeah.
But he knew what I was saying. Yeah. I was like, a man of culture. Einstein.
You said
Lemon
that
and
to-
herb roasted spuds.
You said that to the stylist?
Yeah.
Farm the spuds there, lad.
Just 'cause I was like, I want to get one weed, you know, going ahead. And so
The
then, yeah.
easiest job in the world, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Clipse stylist.
Yeah.
Just
our stylist.
Just a mile of fucking black Carhartt jackets. What'll it be today, mouse? Carhartt jacket? All right.
But yeah, at dinner, and then Chappelle does like a sort of speech, and he's very strict with like any sort of dues like this. He's like, no phones. Don't take your phone out at any time. Nothing's to be recorded. No pictures, no nothing. And then he says that there will be a segment in the night before we leave.
Yeah.
That take whatever fucking photos you want, whatever. And so that happens, and everyone comes up and takes a picture with Chappelle, takes a picture with Clipse. Me and Liam get in there. Fair play to Cypher Sounds, because me and Liam were both kind of like shy. We were like, oh, we don't want to intrude here too much. Like, if it happens naturally, happy days, but this is already too much. And then Cypher said to Clipse, he's like, all right, now you got to get a pic with my white friends. And then we came in, because we were the only white people there, you know? And so then we get the picture, and then we walk to the comedy club. And
That's unbelievable. You could just be like,
we're just like walking in like a squadron, and
the whole lads, like
the whole
Clipse and the boys.
whole posse just walk down this like country road. The stars are out, and I'm just like, I can't accept any of it. It was just so poetic. But we were all walking in like, you know, subgroups, you know, and my group was me and Big Mike. And I was just like, I don't want to say anything to him, like, because I'm going to make a bollocks of myself, and I've done really well so far. And I was just like, right, everyone else is talking. Me and Big Mike here stand mute. So I was just like, I'm going to open the floor. And I just says, Mike, by the way, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. And he goes, pleasure to meet you too, brother. Blessings. What a blessed night. And I was like, Jesus, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Blessed.
Absolutely
Brian Blessed.
So
I felt like you would have been chatting away to Killer Mike.
I it's very rare that I'd be like tongue tied like that.
Yeah.
But because of just the surrealness of everything that had happened, I was just like, and I was also very careful of me drinking. Very careful.
Trying to hold down a salmon.
Because I was like, can you imagine if I turned to Liam on the stage, and I was like, can you imagine I just got absolutely locked and made a real scene in here? Oh, man. And he's like, I could never speak to you again. And I was like, fair enough. So we walked to the comedy club.
You're sitting there like one of Andrew Tate's wee Romanian prisoners. I wouldn't have been able to use a knife and fork.
Oh, man.
I'd have been fucking.
Well, I can't use a knife and fork with no nerves. So, you know,
You doing the P1 scrape?
I'm elbows up at the stylist's nose, like us. Cutting the salmon. Fucking tasty gear, boys.
Isn't it warm?
So
I said to you, I would have had to do a couple of toilet breaks where I'm just like 25th hour staring in the mirror, like, what are you doing here?
yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here, bro?
Yeah. I did take one toilet break. No water in the face or nothing, but I did. I needed a pish. That's why I went. And went for a pish. And I just looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, very rarely that's happened before, where I like look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, where are we right now? How did this happen? And like, I was just like, I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. So then I walk back out. We go to the comedy club. We get into the comedy club. And then Cypher DJs at the start. And then Dave comes on, does about 50 minutes.
New shit?
Yeah. Oh, topical, you name it. And so we're watching that. And just like, so funny watching someone kill to a standing room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone was standing, and yet it was just, they had total control over the place. Then Clipse come on, right? And like, I fucking love Clipse. So I was like, couldn't wait to hear all these songs live, whatever. I'd seen them at Camp Flog. No, couldn't wait to see them again. So it was my second time ever seeing them. And again, this room is so small that literally the definition of not a bad spot in the house.
Yeah.
Like, it's just wherever you were standing, they're right there.
Yeah.
So we stand at the back with everyone that was just at the dinner thing. And there's a stage where I was like, oh God, I hope they do. I obviously want to hear the new album, but I hope they go back to like Hell Have No Fury and Lord Willin', a couple of tracks of that. Man, they dropped Mr. Me Too. I shit up my back. I started doing every single word, right? Except the main one I can't say.
Yeah.
And then Chappelle or Liam tries to like suddenly get my attention. And I'm like, what? And he goes, man, Chappelle's dying at you right now.
Yeah.
And I turn around and he's fully like vibrate laughing.
Yeah.
You know? So then I started rapping in his face like this. And he started laughing even more. And I just did the whole song right to him. And the whole time he's laughing.
No, you weren't watching your drink there.
No. Oh, when we got into the comedy club, I was like, right, now I can finally let loose.
Let my hair down.
Let the mullet breathe for a second.
Daddy's here to party.
I wish I could do that right now, but I can't.
Dave, top, cold spitting. Spit.
Oh, I definitely got covered in a bit of thrown saliva that night.
Oh my, bit of salmon saliva. God damn it. Oh jeez.
So then again, we're at the back. Clipse do the song So Be It, and it's their last song of the night. And I'm noticing, obviously, because it's like a new album, they haven't got to do this live, or most of the songs live.
Yeah.
So Pusha is like missing some of the words, right?
Yeah.
And then Dave gets up at the end, and he's been drinking.
Oh yeah.
So he gets on stage and he's like,
I hate to be an annoyance, but I feel like Ohio will agree with me when I say we gotta run that bitch back one more time.
and the whole crowd goes, "Wee!" And Clipse are like, oh, fuck, all right, what are we going to do? Run it back. And Pusha is doing his second verse in the song. And again, I'm in the crowd. I know every fucking word.
Of course you do.
Down to a T. So Pusha's doing his verse, looks at me, and I stand out like a sore thumb. Big, fat, pink, in a white Clipse t-shirt. I stand out, right? He sees me rapping, right?
Yeah.
Sweat lashed me too.
Oh, yeah.
Mess. And like
Sports gloss.
I'm rapping at him, but doing as many hand motions and signals as I can.
Yeah.
Right? Sees me, locks eyes with me, stands right at the end of the stage, raps the verse to me as I'm rapping it back to him. And when his verse ended and we both stopped, my whole section went fucking apeshit. And I was like, man, what the fuck, eh? Right? So then that ends. Can I give details about this? Okay, I'll try and be as, like, keep as much mystery as possible for this, but
Vague.
it ends, right? Vague, that's the word I was
Vagueness.
looking for. So the folklore is that Chappelle would have the after parties at the club after the show was over. But then one of the neighbors across the street complained about the noise. So Chappelle bought his house. Word got around that area that he'd done that.
Yeah.
So everyone started complaining about the noise. And he's like, well, I can't buy the full fucking block. Even though he probably could.
But I will.
So he's bought this place in an undisclosed location, quite a bit away from the comedy club.
Okay.
And it's like tiny. Security all around it. Cypher gets us into that for the after party. We get there. There's like 20 people. Less than we're at the dinner party. And I walk in with Liam. And I'm like, man, this is fucking crazy. Their DJ is in the corner. Shout out to Q. Doing songs in the corner. And we walk in and there's a bar at the very back corner of the room. But none of the bottles are regular bottles. Like it's all top shelf.
Yeah.
The whole bar is that. And I turned to Liam. I was like, fuck, I think I'm only going to be able to afford one here.
Yeah.
One round. And I was like, do they take Apple Pay here? And Liam, he started laughing. He goes, this is self-pour. And I was like, you're joking me. And he goes, the whole thing's self-pour.
Oh, there you be. You on the Crevassier, brother?
Man, I don't even know. I can't even pronounce what I was drinking. But I grabbed this bottle of whiskey. And I poured myself into a red party cup of whiskey. And then they had the mixers down below. Grabbed myself a ginger, poured it in. And then Clipse arrive to this.
Uh-huh.
And Dave gets up and he has like a speech. And he goes,
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that tonight is a historic night. And regardless of what's going on in the world and everything that's happening, I wanted to create a space where I could get people, excellent people, in the one room and just let go of all that shit and have a good time. So drink whatever you want, smoke whatever you want, and just let's have a good fucking time tonight. And then Clipse start doing songs they didn't do at the show.
Yeah.
Pusha T was even doing solo stuff. And again, me and Liam, both big fans. So we're at the very front. Pusha's here, Malice is here. They're doing tracks. I am just completely just at this point right to them.
Yeah.
And we're just rapping at each other. Go on. So then, at the end of the night, Cypher says he's going to head on. I was like, we should probably go too. I don't want to overstay my welcome.
Been here 14 hours. 2 dinners and 8 grams worth of booze. I wouldn't want to impose myself. I'm absolutely soaking.
So then I go up to Chappelle and I've had just enough drink to make myself loosen what I'd say, but not enough to where I'd embarrass myself. Mm-hmm. And I was like, right, I have to thank him. I want to nail this, whatever. And I'm kind of going over it in my head, but I don't really have time. And then he's there and I just shake his hand and I say, oh wait, before this, actually, there was a stage where I said to him, I was like, you know, I came to watch you in 2019 at the Comedy Store in LA in the Belly Room. And it was the night that like Paul Rudd was there, Leonardo DiCaprio was there, like all this here. And I was like, you did like a Q&A and my friend kind of like pushed up my arm, but you saw it. So I asked you, I was like, you know, I'm a comic from Ireland and I'm just wondering, have you any advice to sort of like upcoming comedians? And I was like, and what you said was you leaned back and you took a toke of your cigarette and you just went,
well, first advice would be get the fuck out of Ireland. What the fuck are you talking about?
And then he like goes, I said that? And I was like, yeah, you did. That's what you said. And he goes,
damn, I'm funny.
And so, and I was like, and I followed your advice. I was like, I live in New York, but I'm back in Ireland once a month. And then he was like, good for you, man. That's awesome. I like to hear that. And then at the end of the night, I walk up to him and I'm like, I was like, Dave, I just want to say before I head off here, I was like, thank you for this. I was like, you know, you've been a complete hero of mine for years, and to, you know, be allowed in your space like this, you know, I was like, I'll never forget any of this. And I was like, you said to me at the start of the night, I was going to have a spiritual experience. And I was like, I definitely have. I was like, I think this is the best day of my life. Like, so thank you so much for everything. And he goes, you're more than welcome, Aaron. And he's like, come back again sometime. And I was like, I will.
I fucking will. What are you at tomorrow night?
So then we go to the hotel. I can't even accept what's happened. And so I ring the bell. I order some Taco Bell to the hotel.
The only thing's gonna grind me right
Yeah.
now.
Ground
Supreme
beef.
Crunch. I need
some
Supreme
grinding beef.
That's, yeah, you're like, Aaron, that's not what it means. You're like, well, it works.
For me it is.
For me it is. Fucking real to me. No.
Ordered some grinding beef. And
Killer Mike.
and so we had that. We went to bed. There is a coffee shop in Yellow Springs called Dino's Coffee. And it's they had this one coffee that me and Liam got the day before, and it's called like the Milky Way, but it's literally like a fucking milkshake, you know, but it's so tasty, guilt-free crack. So I was like, fuck it.
Everything you call guilt-free crack is 8,000 calories.
So we get up, we're supposed to meet Cypher at 10 to go back down to the airport, and so we get up at 9 just so we can go to this coffee shop. And sure enough, who's standing outside? Only Chappelle and Clipse's DJ, Q.
Chappelle's back up at 9 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. And so
Professional.
we're like walking up the street, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't think I was going to see him again. That was a nice wee send-off I had there. And so he sees us, and he goes, morning, fellas. And I'm like, well, Dave.
So that photo of you and Liam the next day, was that the next day?
That was the next day. And we were like, oh, we're just going to meet Cypher. And he's like, oh yeah, I want to say goodbye to Cypher. He's like, I'll walk up with you. So we go in, get a coffee. And then we walk up. We're literally just walking up this town. It's me, Liam, Q, Clipse's DJ, and Chappelle. And I swear to God, talk about man about town. Everybody he walked past, he remembered their name. He remembered details about them. Like, it was. I've never seen anybody ever be like that with people in their hometown. It was crazy. And so we keep walking, and we get to the hotel, and we go out the back, and sit down. We're smoking beans, and then Cypher comes down, meets us, and again we just say our goodbyes, and that was it. Mad.
It's crazy, like. It's absolutely crazy.
Mental.
Your life is mental.
I still.
And then
have not
home to
accepted
your
it.
ma watching programs by people drinking piss.
Tumblers, big tumblers of piss.
Big tumblers of piss. The juxtaposition is mental. Like,
Yeah, it was.
it's absolutely mental.
Even like
Do you
retelling
go
the
back
story.
into your flat and like fucking Astoria in Queens, and everybody's like, "All right, man, how's your weekend?" You're like, "Just don't talk to me."
The boys all went mental because they'd all seen the Instagram post. So as soon as I came home, Colin was like, all right, sit down. He's like, I'm about to fucking take a dab here.
Yeah.
Tell me everything from start to finish. Because he's like, I've showed everyone that picture. He's like, I literally can't believe it. He's like, tell me exactly what happened, every single detail.
Just to break this down, the connection is Liam has opened for Cypher Sounds. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah.
And he's the DJ for Chappelle.
Yeah. Liam and Cypher used to run a show together at the Stand as well.
Right.
But yeah, so Cypher, thank you very much. I already wrote to him privately, but
Mr. Sounds.
Mr. Sounds, very sound man.
Thanks a million.
But yeah, like, and it was just,
And then the next time you manage to snag tickets for that, there'll just be 48 guys behind you, like, hello.
yeah.
I just bought a couple of mates. Yeah. Me standing back on. Michael here? Is he here?
But yeah, like, I, because even for him, first of all, for him to ask is like, who would bother? Do you know what I mean? If
Who would ask?
Like, for him to ask to get us into the dinner,
Yeah.
who would bother their hole? Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, oh, I'll get you in, and then never bar your hole. You know what I mean? Because even for him to take me in, he doesn't know who I am.
Yeah.
I could have been a complete fucking wingnut. Even I was sitting there and I was like, how many of my friends would I trust with this scenario right now? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you brought some absolute rocket,
Yeah.
the whole night is fucked. You're banned probably forever. Like, so for him to ask was one thing, but then to like hook it up to the extent that he did was like crazy.
Yeah.
And also on Chappelle to be like, yeah, bring them in.
Mad.
Like, obviously he'd met Liam before, but he had
Yeah.
fucking not a fucking iota of an idea.
But you know, it's probably just like, you know, if you know everybody and you've got one, you're like, oh, this is my mate. They're probably gonna be like, yeah, it's fine.
But it's funny how, like, you know, I've heard him talk before on things, and he mentions the fact that like he loves making memories for people. That was always something that stood out to me, and like things that he'd said like outside of stand up. It was like, I love, you know, giving people a night or an experience that they're gonna remember.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's so true.
Which is
because-
good when you're Dave Chappelle, because just walking in somewhere and saying hello
Yeah.
is good enough.
Yeah.
You know?
But like, there was times throughout the night where he would look over at me or like give me an old cheeky wink or be like, this is pretty fucking crazy, right? And I'd be like, yeah. So he knew that I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? And like, you know, just consistently throughout the night being like,
Yeah.
hey, it's all good. We're
Yeah.
all having fun here.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is fucking crazy. Like,
He's doing what, you know, when you show someone like a fucking video you think's funny and you want to see if that, you're like,
yeah. Yeah.
Do you like that too?
Watch him eating the warm salmon.
That's warm. You ain't never had.
We
like
never
that.
had no warm
You
salmon.
ain't never had no warm salmon.
Cold salmon eating motherfucker.
Cold.
Eating that pussy meat.
He did say at one stage too, he's like,
They're never gonna believe this back in Ireland. They're never gonna believe it.
Nah. Having said that, if it was from anybody but you, I'd be like, bollocks.
nah,
Dave, thanks for having me. And I'm carrying you with me.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. The man cried. Man fully cried.
That's mad.
Fully cried on the phone. I was telling her and she started doing that. First of all, she FaceTimes where the phone's here.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting like
Tears on the fucking screen.
I'm just watching the tears strip down her chin, down her fucking cheek. There's sparks coming out of the phone. That's why all together a man of that stature take you in like that. She's like, your dad, I got your father's. Like, warm salmon.
Yeah, just every other word.
We're making the joint. Clipse doing classics. Oh, shit, they grind them. They done in Virginia and everything. They never do that live. They never do that live. You'll never see it again. Cut down. That's for me as well.
I was on the phone or something, and I was like, I probably said it wrong, but I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go and take a real good look at myself. And you went, only you could hear that and think about yourself. And I'm like, I'm suicidal. I'm sitting here with my wife looking for fucking stones for path around the fucking patio. Of course I'm thinking about my own life. This is shit.
Oh man, yeah. Just I don't even know where the fuck to go from there. To be honest,
That's
mental.
unreal. That's fucking unbelievable. I have nothing else to say. There's no point in me talking about it. We're at 57 minutes. Call this episode the Chappelle saga.
Oh my god.
Oh, dearie me.
Yellow Spring as
What
well.
now? What now? You just keep your fucking eye on who's playing next.
I don't know.
I just
because-
happen to be about, hang out in fucking Dino's and just be like, damn, fuck's sake. What are the chances, lad? Good to see you. Maximum pressure dap. Oh, fuck. Now I live here, Dave. Now I moved. I like it. The salmon did it for me. Come for the comedy, stay for the salmon. I'm on the bangs now too. So.
Camels, something gear. Rough.
Camels are good.
Yeah, but they're rough. Rough file smokes.
Camel lights, good gear.
But no, Yellow Springs, like, I can it is incredibly badass to, instead of going to like another city, be like, I'm gonna move to a wee tiny town. Like it made it even so much better that Clipse were at this place where it was just like literally middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Population size of 3,000 people of Yellow Springs. I googled
Fucking
it.
hell.
Curiosity got the better of me. I give her a
So
Google.
like a large portion of the town were at the gig.
3,000 people. And so there's even another place. We went for tea on the day we landed. We went to a spot, Miguel's Tacos. Mm-hmm. And it's just a wee truck with its own space out the back with seats and all. But during the pandemic, it was going to go out of business. And this guy's like a beloved figure of the town. It's like your own local, like, chippy owner or restaurant owner. Town loves him. Chappelle heard that his business was about to go under during the pandemic, bought the whole thing. Shouted him out the comedy club, crowd went nuts.
Crazy.
But like, yeah, to go somewhere in the middle of nowhere and like have all this probably just fucking non-stop revenue coming in from like all the places you own and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Mental.
It's like Epstein's Island, but good crack.
I know.
That's mad.
It was crazy, like.
No wonder it's like the fucking Truman Show.
I know.
I own that. I own that. I own that. Tacos. Quickly.
Even the bar we went into, like, you know, because we ended up just going for like a quick pint, and you do notice a difference when you go from like New York, where it's like clockwork, and then you're still in America, but it's a wee tiny town, and you're just like, oh my god, the hospitality is unmatched.
Yeah.
Chatting away to you, fucking having the accent. I'll chat to you about DC another time, but walking through the area of DC I was in, every time I spoke, heads turned. New York's probably a bit more used to the accent.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
way more tourists.
Whether it's places like this, you're just like, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah.
It would be like if you had an American fella in Oma. You'd be like,
Yeah.
how is this audio coming at me in this town?
Yeah.
How'd you get here?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We've nowhere to go after that. We're going to leave it there. We're on an hour exactly. We're going to leave it there. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait till next week. Unbelievable. I was going to get you flowers. I don't know what to get you. Just hand you them. Thanks for everything.
Thanks, folks.
That's it. What more have we left to do after that? Unbelievable. We're gonna grind ourselves with some beef and
Just slide over to the pitch.
I'll be honest, it was the best week of my life.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the best week of my life. I wasn't even there.
Crazy.
Mad. Well done.
Thank you, brother.
Unbelievable. That's it. See you next week.
Look after yourselves, guys.
We'll be back with more. Hard left next week.
Yeah.
Hard left.
Back to the cum.
Back to coming and shitting. I've watched a couple of documentaries you might want to hear about. And we'll be back to bars next week.
Yeah.
But for now, good luck. It's warm salmon. See you next week.